teachers and even abbot, all are very much, enlightened. But they got enlightened through this particular lineage. So by uniting all of them, also there is a great beneficial that we can sort of think of helping all other beings, and especially the devotees. We have a lot of devotees in this lineage, but unfortunately not many devotees, they understand very well about the lineage. They just devoted to the masters or the way of the way they lead their life, the way they lead their students and also disciples. They sort of get admired by the masters overall, but they really don't know very much the lineage. So therefore this ADC should be helping them to understand more about the lineage, and so that they will understand where these enlightened masters really come about, and also how did it work to get in somebody who is not enlightened, but of course they could manage to, and they successfully enlightened, how they could manage to themselves to be enlightened. So this is very important for entire devotees of this Drukpa lineage to understand, to of course Drukpa lineage followers to understand. And also this is the reason also I'm encouraging people to come and join us, especially those people who are claim themselves as a devotee towards the lineage. And overall my wish and the wishes of Naropa, the wishes of Tsangpa Gyare, and the wishes of Kunken Pema Karpo will be fully served if you could manage to come and join this ADC, Annual Drukpa Council. And this First Annual Drukpa Council that is going to be held in Amitabha mountain in Kathmandu. The motivation is to, just to benefit the lineage, and through benefiting lineage you are benefiting all sentient beings, because lineage, the Drukpa lineage, what we call it Paldan Drukpa, this lineage is very much oriented by the compassion and love, because the founder of this lineage, Tsangpa Gyare, who is the immediate reincarnation of Avalokiteshvara, and so the Tsangpa Gyare had tremendous motivation to help all the beings. So therefore, through helping this lineage, and also through helping this ADC, joining in this ADC and supporting the ADC, you are supporting the action of benefiting others. So therefore, of course, the motivation should be helping others and liberating all sentient beings.
The first ADC took place between the 6th and 15th of April 2009 at Druk Amitabha Mountain, a spiritual sanctuary in the vicinity of the holy self-arising Swayambhunath Stupa in Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. More than 60 great masters and about 10,000 participants from all parts of the world gathered there. The ninth Kyabje Kamtrul Rinpoche, Jigme Pema Nyingje, was its chairperson. Khenpo Shendrub Tenzin was the deputy chairperson, and Gyan Pemba Sering, the secretary general. Kyabje Kamtrul Rinpoche explains the purpose and the benefits of the ADC.
So it will give them an opportunity to meet the masters and receive teaching from them. That's the main purpose of ADC. That's one of the main purposes. Second purpose is that there are many teachings, especially the oral transmission, teaching lineages which are disappearing. It is disappearing because maybe a great master in Bhutan has a teaching, but a master in India doesn't have. And because there's no sort of gathering, spiritual gathering like this, they cannot give their lineage to each other. So if we have this kind of meeting, then we will know which lineages are disappearing. We can receive it from the ones they have, and those who don't have can receive it. In that way we can also take care of the many spiritual practices which are on the verge of disappearing. So I will say these two are the main purposes. And then the greatest benefit that I can see to the public is that in this day and age it's very difficult to meet masters, especially a genuine master and great masters. So in this such kind of gathering, His Holiness Gyawan Drukpa, and if possible in future His Holiness Chekyambo, and in all the great Drukpa masters that we have, this will be opportunity for people to meet them personally, receive teaching, ask questions in regarding their daily spiritual practices.
According to Kyabje Kamtrul Rinpoche, the first ADC chairperson, there are 3 highlights of this event.
I think first highlight is, of course, to have more than 40 great Drukpa masters from Tibet, Ladakh, Karsha, Bhutan. Then the second highlight I will say is the relic, the relic of fourth Gyawan Drukpa Kungye Pema Kabo. When he died, in his heart, people found self-arising chakra samvara or Tesho Linke, which he had left to benefit all the beings, even after he himself had left for, Nirvana or Pure Land. Bodhisattvas, and enlightened beings, they always pray that not only them but even their remains continue to benefit, countless of beings. So this kind of, relic that you will see is called the liberation by sight. The great holy pillars are called liberation by taste. Great teachings are called liberation by hearing, and liberation by sight, taste, and touch. So this, I will say, is the liberation by seeing. Seeing liberation. That's one of the second highlight. The third highlight is there's 2 great Chukus of the lineage, especially this Gyewa Lorepa, who was a disciple of the Dogen Tsangpa Gyari, the first Gyawan Drukpa, and from Lorepa founded the lower Drukpa order, which was said to cover the as numerous as the dust covering the earth. There were lots of followers in his time. So and he has been reincarnated almost after 700 years, or maybe he did reincarnate before, but maybe no one was able to recognize him, or maybe he came because now is the proper time, maybe because his teacher Dogen Tsangpa Gyari has manifested into His Holiness 12 Gyawan Drukpa, so maybe he felt it is the time to come and serve his teacher of past life. Maybe that is the reason, I'm not sure, but that's one thing. Another thing is Yongdzin Rinpoche, who is also the first Yongdzin, was the disciple of the fourth Gyawan Drukpa Pema Kabo, and he has been continuously reincarnating, and again he has decided to reincarnate to benefit of sentient beings. And this will be, I think, these 3 points I would say will be the highlight of ADC.
What sort of motivation should the attendees have when coming to the ADC? Kyabje Kamtrul Rinpoche shares his views.
Motivation to improve themselves, improve their life, have an understanding of their life, in order to make themselves happy, in order to make the world that we live in happy, peaceful, harmonious. With that kind of motivation, if you come to receive teaching, to any sort of spiritual activity will be beneficial to you. With wrong motivation, if you come to ADC, of course it will not only be beneficial, it will be harmful to you. So I think the best motivation that you should have is, I think main thing is to benefit others and yourself through Dharma, which can be through the Drukpa lineage. If you are a follower from, if you are, let's say through Dharma, to change your mind, change the way you live, way you think positively, and to benefit the society or the world that where you live.
Teachings of the Drukpa lineage, especially the ancient oral transmissions in these far-flung Himalayan regions, have been disappearing under the threat of modernization and a lack of communication. At this council, the vast heritage of spiritual knowledge was shared with all present. We were also very fortunate to have more than 300 volunteers from every part of the world coming together with only one mission in mind: the success of the first ADC. Ashi Kesang Choden Wangchuk, a member of the royal family of Bhutan and the first ADC coordinator, shares with us her views just before the opening of the first ADC.
Everyone else probably sees the ADC like in terms of the teachings and things like that. They think it's pretty simple to organize something as big as this, and considering that it's the first event, I think there's a lot of pressure on us to be successful, because the second and third will be much easier. But the first one, there's a very big pressure for us to be successful, and also to fulfill His Holiness's wishes and to make him happy. I think it's very tough for us to do that. Well, considering the past few days that I've been here and I met all of the key persons in the organization, I feel that it will be very successful, because firstly we have His Holiness and His Eminence to motivate us, and also to egg us on when we're being a bit lazy and things like that. And also I think a lot of people really feel sincerely that it should be successful, so if it's felt from the heart, I think it will be successful in the sense of fulfilling His Holiness's wishes of bringing all the Drukpa masters together, bringing all the participants, in terms of making people aware of the Drukpa lineage, in terms of enhancing, in terms of I think His Holiness wished that the Drukpa lineage, there's like some practices that are disappearing or people don't know about. So in terms of creating awareness for that, in terms of spreading the teachings, I think in that way, I hope that it will be successful in that way. We have 30 volunteers currently helping in Bhutan, and hopefully they can all be here and we'll be able to help in the organization, and anything that we can do, we hope that we'll be able to assist there. I guess the highlight would be, of course, meeting His Holiness and meeting His Eminence and all the other Drukpa masters. And another thing is also, it's very rare for us to be able to see the relics that His Holiness is planning to give display on, as well as long life initiations. I think that's a very good opportunity, especially for us Bhutanese. We really appreciate having this kind of opportunity, because it's very hard for us to be able to participate in such kind of events. His Holiness was also mentioning about the enthronement of Yongzin and Loretuku. I think it's very hard to be able to participate, let alone see one enthronement. Having two is, I think, quite a good thing.
Exactly 7 months before the first ADC, preparation on the site started. The most impressive structure was the narrow assembly hall, built to host the first ever ADC. It is an iconic structure, not only for the entire Drukpa lineage, but also for Nepal. The ground floor and basement were completed in time for the first ADC, and the entire building, with fully equipped state-of-the-art audio and visual systems, and an additional floor with rooms for conferences, editing, translation and production, will be ready for the second ADC. The narrow assembly hall was built to host the first ADC, where the Drukpa lineage masters, their monastic and lay followers, will come together to share and rejoice in the spiritual beauty of the legacy that has more than 800 years of unbroken history. The hall functions as a center for exchanging spiritual knowledge, thoughts and teachings that will eventually help to nourish and strengthen not only the spiritual legacy of the Drukpa lineage, but also the spiritual insights and understanding of those who join in any of these events. In this way, the hall provides twofold benefits. First, for hosting events with the Drukpa lineage that will help to develop understanding and respect among masters and followers of the lineage, so that everyone in the lineage will come together in unison with a one-pointed focus and dedication to benefit all beings. And second, for supporting other spiritual groups who share the same benevolent motivation. Drukpa Vietnam and its 100 volunteers also came early to decorate the entire Druk Amitabha mountain in preparation for the first ADC. Yangbe Lopin and senior monks from the monastic body of Bhutan arrived before the ADC to prepare the Chakra Samvara Drukpa. The energetic activities on Druk Amitabha mountain a few weeks before the first ADC began set the momentum for the successful programs ahead. Between the 5th and the 8th of April, the former Yangbe Lopin led the senior monks from the monastic body of Bhutan in the Chakra Samvara Drukpa, a ceremony of developing spiritual accomplishments according to the Drukpa traditions. This ritual showcased an ancient Drukpa tradition, whereby the prayers cleared the obstacles and paid homage to the main tutelary deity of the lineage. The chanting of the Chakra Samvara Drukpa provided the ideal soundtrack for such an extraordinary meeting. The Drukpa officially concluded on the 8th of April 2009, the public opening day for the ADC. From Bhutan, India, Tibet and Nepal, more than 1,000 monks and nuns of the Drukpa lineage came together to support this first ever ADC.